Good evening, warm welcome to the program. So we have been discussing a series of session on APICS and details about this certification, especially for supply chain professional. Today we are going to take one similar topic, especially CPAM, which has undergone a revision. So we will see what is the benefit or the changes happened in the recent update. APICS keeps on changing this version once in 3 or 4 years. So accordingly, if you see, they have changed the CPAM version from 7 to 8. Maybe the last time 5 years back, they have converted five exams and session to two numbers. Now they have taken a major step to convert into only one exam, from two exam to one exam. So let us see what are the changes. Of course, all this are available in the website also. Along with that information, I am going to give you some additional information. If you know the earlier version, we had a two part. They used to call it part one and part two. Earlier it was five part. Now, last 5 6 years, it was only two part. As you know, CPM part one is the basic end-to-end management, where you will get the overall view of the supply chain. In fact, I like this module for the freshers or the juniors who are entering the supply chain field. In fact, this could be a training curriculum for the people who are entering the supply chain even in the organization. And as an attraction, APICS also offered this exam at a lower cost, maybe very easy questions. If you see the number of people passing this part one exam was very high, maybe around 70% of the people who have attempted have passed the exam. But there was a problem. Unless you complete both part one and part two, you cannot put your CPAM designation. But many people were happy to put CPAM part one in their profile, because they felt it is like having some honor with them. As you know, this part one is a basic level, easiest of all the certification exam. But on the other hand, if you see, part two was the toughest. The pass percentage was the least in the part two since its inception. As you see, the part one was giving the basic detail about the supply chain. Okay, when it comes to part two, it was covering in-depth details about the internal supply chain, how the supply chain operation takes place inside a organization. Accordingly, you can see it talks about strategy, SNOP, demand, supply, inventory, detailed schedules, distribution, quality, continuous improvement, and technology. As you see, the difference between part one and part two is, part one, everything is a condensed. Part two is all expanded version. Okay. Maybe it was going in depth. I used to suggest people to take CPAM exam, because that's where you are going to learn about supply chain. If you take CSCP, it's at a very overall level. Unless you are already working in supply chain, CSCP is just for a designation. On the other hand, if you are particular about also learning supply chain, then CPM would have been better, because in India or some of the Gulf countries, we do not have a formal education in supply chain. Okay, we have general management. Some universities or colleges, they talk about operations. And nowadays you can see many universities, colleges, they are offering BCom, BBA, MBA in supply chain logistic, and also they offer some kind of mix masala. I have seen one of the curriculum, BBA or BCom, they were talking about supply chain and HR, supply chain and finance. They are reinventing something and offering all theoretical content which may not be beneficial. I always thought and also suggested many universities to adopt AACM curriculum, especially CPM Part 1 at the graduate level, so that they get a better understanding. Now, if you see the latest changes, it is called CPAM 8 version. Previous one was 7. Now you have only one exam. As you see, there is nothing much changed from CPAM Part 2 to CPM 8. You can see the topics are also similar, but they may say that it's expanded, changed here and there. But I know the content wise, there is no major change between CPM Part 2 and CPAM 8. The latest version titles are same, because as such they will not have a fixed boundary when you go for the exam. Demand means everything under demand can be examined. Okay, as such the book or syllabus what they are specifying is just for information. So it doesn't matter if you have some particularly CPM part 2 books or material, it can as well be used for CPM 8. But though I am an authorized instructor, yeah, I am giving a personal opinion. Okay, so you may see the content exactly 1:1 CPAM part 2 to 8. The only losses for the youngsters at a entry level, which was very attractive, CPM part 1 is lost. So now there is a level playing ground among all the APICS certification, whether you have a CPM or CSCP or CLTD. It will be one exam and the cost will be more or less same, whether exam fees or material cost, preparation time. But still, as I expect, CPAM could be slightly tougher than the other exam. But in any case, my suggestion, if you want to go in depth into supply chain, CPAM is the right content for the people. Of course, now you don't have the entry level, but still there is a choice. Okay, in the AACM website, they are saying this new version is will be released from February 1st, 2023, and they have also given timelines for phasing out the version 7. So you can see January 31st, 2023, last day to purchase CPAM 7 self-study bundle, last day to purchase CPM 7 part 1 learning system and exam credit. So it is very near. If anyone still want to go as per the old syllabus or take only CPM part 1, you have time. And the April 30th, 2023 is the last day to purchase CPAM 7 Part 2 Learning System and Examination Credit. So for Part 2, you have another 3 months, and July 31st is the last day to purchase CPAM 7 Part 1 and Part 2 exam credit, and China ATT, last day to redeem exam credit. Possibly they have a Chinese version, so there is an extended date for China. And coming to February 1st, 2024 is last day for CPM 7 Part 1 and Part 2 exam. All these are from their website. So still, possibly some of you may have already completed CPM Part 1, then you may be scratching your head, what should I do? My suggestion is please go ahead. There is no difference between Part 2 and new version, but you will get the benefit of a lower price in Part 2 if you go as per the old version, because now the new version, the cost is considering both the modules, so the price will be high. So the suggestion for the people who have already done Part 1, go as per the previous version. You have time, you need not worry. And my wishes for you to complete CPEM. Industrially, organizationally, CPM is highly valid. And though there is no distinction, employer don't distinguish, but personally to learn better in supply chain, I recommend people to go for CPAM. Okay, we will give you further information as we proceed. I am going to have one or a couple of session every week in the coming session. As you know, you can see in my LinkedIn profile, I am certified. I am also a authorized trainer, and we have a unique mock test. It's more like a diagnostic test. If you take this test, you will know at what level, because many experienced people feel that I know everything in supply chain. What is so big in taking any exam? I will just go and take the exam. By that way, you are only going to make rich AACM. So the mock test serves as a diagnostic kit at what level you are present. This is a proprietary item of our organization and has no link with the AACM. So the first step, if you want to take any of this APICS exam, is to enroll for the mock test, know what level. Then also you can get some preparatory guidance from any of the APICS certified professional. Also, we provide relevant training both for individual and corporates. So, any one of you having any doubts, you are always welcome to reach out to us. Or if you are watching live, you can comment in LinkedIn or YouTube. If you want to see the previous session on this fixed information session, you can always go to our YouTube channel, and you can see. As such, my advice is it is not very tough or complicated to take any of the certification exam, as long as you have a proper guidance and proper committed timelines. Okay, that's what is required. You are always welcome to reach to me or my team. Thanks for watching. Have a nice evening. Bye.